I bet you are wondering why I have a thumbnail with all of those three personalities on it. Well, I'm going to give you my personal thesis, and I'm actually going to show you something really cool that I discovered with a play for Palantir. The play that I am going to go over with you at the end of this video, I think you're going to be super impressed. I have figured out a way of how to take 25% less cash and with that cash be able to produce an additional 60% for every dollar that Palantir moves up compared to actually buying the stock outright today. So in a nutshell, what I'm going to share with you, what I'm going to show you is how I am taking, instead of spending $6,000 on 100 shares of Palantir, I am only spending $4,500, yet every dollar that Palantir goes up, I am getting $1.60 instead of $1. Really cool. I know that may sound confusing. I'm going to take you through how I do it at the end of this video. But the reason I have all those personalities on my thumbnail together is I really believe that something could be brewing with a partnership with Palantir in this new administration. And let me explain why. Well, we all know Elon Musk is now been tapped, and he is one of the individuals that will be working with the government to help identify efficiencies. And that's actually a really good call because that's going to save a lot of waste. And who specializes in this type of work? None other than Palantir, who already has a relationship with the government. None other than Palantir. After all, they have been working with the Army for years, and it was just put on the government website that they are discussing with Palantir a $1 billion contract for the Navy. And so there's trust there already. And Palantir does specialize in efficiency. They take all of the data, all of the complex data that either the government or private industries have, and they spit out recommendations real time in front of the CEO or whoever has hired them. And the reason why I know that this is so extremely valuable, I worked for a Fortune 500 company for over 28 years. And one of the biggest expenses we had was a team of analysts. We actually hired about 250 analysts to analyze all of our programs. And they would usually take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks to come up with recommendations based on all of the data that they were reviewing. Well, Palantir with AI, they solve for all of that. Their business model is basically they show up on the scene, they grab all of the data that the company is using, and they spit out real-time recommendations that help make companies and businesses more efficient and more effective. So it would be foolish to not turn to Palantir because a relationship already exists. I have no inside information to that, but when I was reading through the announcement, it did pique my interest, and I am speculating it could be the case. Well, if that's like that is announced, it will push Palantir even higher. Everyone's already shocked that we're at this level, right? I mean, we started off, when I started reporting on this stock, it was trading at $12 and $13 a share. And that was not that long ago. And luckily, I believed in the stock, and I have been accumulating the stock, and now I'm sitting in a really good position. But for those of you that feel like you were left behind, I do have a way for you to try to catch up and get some of those shares, or at least get the price movement of those shares in a very realistic manner that's not going to break the bank. And so I wanted to go over that with you. But another thing I wanted to share with you, I have heard from so many of you in this bull market, you're enjoying that the market's running, but unfortunately you feel like you're left behind. You have not figured out how to best capitalize on everything that's happening. Well, that's where someone like me comes in the picture. Luckily, I do this for a living. I'm a professional trader. I sell options for a living, and I also specialize in some other trading styles, such as with leads and calls that are purchased, but they're shorter terms. I call them skips. Because I've heard from so many of you so anxious to get into this game while we are just enjoying one of the greatest bull runs in my trading history, that I have decided to go ahead and announce another boot camp right now. It will actually start in January, but spots are extremely limited. The way that I run my boot camps, I allow my current Discord members to upgrade to boot camp if they're interested first. But I did want to let all of you know, if this is something that you've been interested in, don't wait any longer, because I want to go ahead and get you locked into the class before it fills up. All right, so now that you know about that, for those of you that are interested in trading crypto, or maybe you just want to kind of get a better sense for my teaching style, I am hosting a crypto bootcamp tomorrow night, Friday, and you can sign up with the link below. We're going to spend a couple of hours together. I am going to teach you how I enter and exit my crypto plays and how you can best decide on the best levels to enter into some of your favorite cryptos. So I've got a lot to share with you. If that's of interest, click the link below. You'll see it right there. Now, for those of you that want to bypass all of that and just go ahead and join my Discord like some of my other members have, and they're sharing how happy they are that they took the plunge, I am going to leave an email address below. Just shoot a note to this email address and we will send you a link to join Discord directly at the entry level, and you can be trading with us as early as tomorrow. All right, let's go into my computer and I am going to show you this potential trade setup for Palantir if you are like me and of the belief that a year from now we will be riding high. So option number one, if we want to enjoy having 100 shares of Palantir and enjoy the price appreciation that comes with the stock moving up, would be to go and purchase the shares. So here's what that would look like. If I were to purchase 100 shares of Palantir right now, it would cost me almost $6,000. So let me show you this trade hack and how it works. What you want to do is go to an option chain, and I'm going to show you how to purchase a LEAPS option. That is a long-term anticipation equity security. Weird name. All it is a call option purchased a year or more out. Now, I like actually going out to January of 2026. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how you can purchase a call option, and it's going to give you the price movement up or down for every dollar that Palantir moves, but you're going to get more for your money this way. So going to the option chain, you're going to see puts are on the right and calls are on the left. Now, typically, I don't advocate buying calls and puts, but if you're going to go this far out, you can use it to your advantage because time decay is not a significant issue for these longer-term equity securities. So I'm selecting in January of 2026. And what you want to do, you want to go ahead and look for a strike price that has a delta of about 0.8. Well, right here at the $45 strike, this has a 0.79 delta. Right now, it is trading for $22.70. And because you're buying this would cost you $2,270. And what it will do, it will move this right here. If you pay $2,270 for the $45 strike on this call option, every dollar that Palantir moves up or down that you paid this amount for will be adjusted by almost 80 cents. And so the reason this is such a lucrative opportunity for you, you can go with purchasing 100 shares and you will enjoy price appreciation of $1 every dollar Palantir moves up or down for that matter. But you could take instead about $4,500 and purchase 2 of these $45 call options. And then every dollar that Palantir moves up, you will be enjoying $1.60 because basically you have 200 shares that you're controlling. They're each moving up by about 80 cents. So that gives you $1.60 in price appreciation. So I think the best thing about this is the simple fact that instead of $6,000 to buy the shares, you can buy the movement of the shares for $4,500. That ends up being a 25% discount from the $6,000. But the best part is that 60% increase in price appreciation. Now, when you get closer to the end of the life of this particular call option, you can either enjoy the price appreciation that has happened from the time you purchased it till the time you decide to sell it back, or you can exercise the call option and you can take ownership of Palantir shares at $45. The fact that you purchased this call option for $45, it basically gave you a placeholder to enjoy getting these shares for $45, regardless of whatever the price of Palantir is trading at. when you decide to exercise the option. So you literally have plenty of options to enjoy more price appreciation with Palantir. If you did not get in at the lower rates, you still have an opportunity to make a lot of money. I hope you found that helpful and it opened up your thought process on how to trade more effectively. Remember, if you are with me, Trading with Ashley, there is no trader left behind. And if you want to learn a little bit more on how I am trading Palantir and how I ran the wheel strategy on it very effectively, I want you to watch that video right here.